Hello there, grape flavored Hubba Bubba bubblegum. So today we're going to look at some crypto secret part of these cycles, and it's to do with my dark curse prophecy and why we should take it seriously. Please, thank you very much for liking, subscribing, press the belly button and all. Friends, we hear you, belly button, woo! Okay, so look at this. In each crypto cycle, the market gets smarter. People get more wise. Altcoins, that's a casino. That's what we're really here for. Because Bitcoin, we're not early to it anymore. And we know the truth. Yes, once upon a time, you used to be early. But now, you're not. We know this, okay? But what happened at the start? Altcoins started happening at different phases of the Bitcoin cycle. And I'm going to tell it to you straight. I'm going to tell you to you right now, friends, and you're not going to like what I hear. The market is getting smarter. So at the start, what we call Altseason happened at the very end of the Bitcoin cycle. Do you understand me? So Litecoin was actually created in like October 2011 and Namecoin was made here. I think it was Namecoin, Litecoin, but we're talking about the season here, like the actual season when everybody rushes in. They're like, give me the altcoins. So if you're wearing fluffy slippers and you have a straight back, we will continue now. Thank you very much. You see this big fat arrow? This is Bitcoin in 2013. If we zoom in, okay, do you know a month? There's a month in the year called November. It's right before December. In this month, this was Altseason. Literally, Altseason was a single month. It was 4 weeks. And in these 4 magical weeks, everything went nuts. For example, here is Litecoin, and I'm going to show you Litecoin at the beginning was like $2, right? I actually got it at $3, and it literally went all the way up here in 1 month. It went to $60. It literally did like a 30 to 40x in a single month. Can you believe that? There was another altcoin, I forgot its name. It did a 100x in this month. And there was another coin that was poop that only did a 10x. Funny, only a 10x in literally 1 month, 4 weeks. That's what happened in this very first crypto cycle. Let's continue. You see now here, it happened at the very end. So this altcoin season happened at the end. Let's move forward in time to 2017. We had Ethereum get birthed. Ethereum was made and we went up. Now in this alt season for 2017, we had one at the very end, which is where the arrow is, but we also had one earlier. Do you see 2017 when Bitcoin broke the all-time high? We had an early part. Actually, if you really want to know, it was from January to about June. You see this period? This period was Altseason, and so was the final end here. So have a look at this. So we had a mammoth Altseason, and trust me, you know the altcoins during this time here, the altcoins were dead. Literally, Litecoin stayed at $2 this whole time as Bitcoin was going up. Litecoin's chart was just like dead forever, and then it zipped up. And here is the actual proper historical chart for Litecoin. Have a look at this. It literally did nothing. You see, this is 2013. Nothing. Bitcoin was screaming, and then out of nowhere, bang! Here we go. Have a look at that. That's an Altseason, isn't it? That's 25x. Fantastically enormous, isn't it, friends? So when we go back, see, I'm not lying to you. See, in the 2013 cycle, we had one final month, one gasp of euphoria. But then 2017, we also had that final gasp, but we had something extra. People started learning about it. So you might look at this and think it's random. I'll tell you right now, it's not random. You look at everybody's incentives. You follow the incentives, you can predict humans. Everybody saw that Altseason happened in 2013. So people started buying poopy altcoins when Bitcoin broke the all-time high. You see? Because Bitcoin broke the all-time high here, then we had an Altseason. So what did people do here? They naturally started buying and looking for poop coins. Like, oh, I want to get into crypto. What's going on? Woo! You see this? Let's continue, if you allow me to, with your consent. And also, please confirm your friendship in the comment section. So what happened in our Altseason here? Have a look at this, friends. You see, we had an enormous DeFi season here. And we also had poopy McPoop seasons here. Okay, we did. I want to draw your attention to something. Let's go back here, friends. Do you see this vertical line? This is the Bitcoin halvening. Let's go forward and see how long in the 2013 cycle it took for Altseason to start. 462 days, about 1.5 years. That's how long it took for Altseason to start. Let's continue. In the Ethereum cycle, 2017, look how long it took for the Altseason to start. Here is Bitcoin halving, the vertical line plotted here for you. Thank you very much. It only took 266 days. How about that? So you can see this one took, look at this one took 450 days. And now this one only 450 days. Let's go to start Altseason. Okay. Now let's look at this. Then this one only took 260 days to start Altseason. Now I wonder what's going to happen in the next season. Have a look at this, friends. Bang. You see this DeFi season? DeFi season started happening right after the Bitcoin halving. Let's go forward. This was DeFi season. You can actually see DeFi season, the final gasp was June, July, August. This is where Chainlink peaked. Okay, this is where Chainlink literally peaked. And I can show you the chart. Here is Chainlink versus Ethereum. Look at this all the way up. Have a look at this. This is August 2020. You see this? This was the final top where it actually topped out. See? I'm telling you the truth, friends. I'm telling you the truth. Oh, DeFi season peaked there. So now if we go back, now we know DeFi season peaked here. Have a look at how close it was for us to move from the Bitcoin halving. If we move forward, I mean, look at this. We're down only like 90 to 100 days. Okay, it was actually like 90 days, literally. So I'm going to now copy this over and we can see a pattern here. So now it was 90 days for Altseason. Okay, these are the days after the Bitcoin halving. And you can see this right here, okay? So we are now seeing something. So now we have, this is interesting, okay? We also had what you would call Altseason up the top here. So you had the poopy Dogecoin mania, and then you had the poopy DeFi 2.0, and you had the NFT season, which is also a form of altcoins. So have a look at this, okay? So this is what we're going to have to know, all right? In the first big crypto cycle, there was one explosive Altseason, and it all rushed in 1 month at the end. 20x, 50x, 40x. But then 2017 came, and we did not have one rush. We had two rushes. One went for 6 months, then Bitcoin took over for 6 months, and then we had a final gasp. That's what happened, okay? And that was smaller in intensity than the first one, but 2017 was still enormous because Bitcoin was in its second cycle here, and Ethereum was in its first cycle. Two blue chips pumping the whole industry. Thank you very much for existing, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now we move. What did we see in our crypto season? We saw 3 Altseasons. And of course, go speak to anybody who has any clue, this was the biggest letdown of all. When you look at all of these, this Altseason, the bull market was 1, cut off early, and 2, had the lowest gains and the lowest returns of anything on average. And you don't even have to take my word for it. You can go do the numbers yourself. You know, in 2015, this year, in 2015, if you bought any of the top 30 to 50 coins, any of them around the bear market, you made a 70x return. 70x on any altcoin, pretty much, to the very, very top, to 2017. Do you want to know how much you made if you did it in our cycle, 2021? You only made about a 10x. Okay? Literally a 10x. The real number is about 14, but you have to buy, like, you have to leave your bid of the week. Not realistic. It's about 7 to 10x. Okay? 7. It's actually 7x. I'm not even joking. It's about 7x. How terrible is that? Okay? 7 to 10x. That's disgusting. So you have significantly lowered what the average altcoin is giving you. It used to give you 70x. Now it's down to 7x. Wow. Okay? So crazy, right? So now we see 3 altcoins have appeared. This is important. Okay, so 3 altcoins appeared. They have less intensity compared to the rest, and they're very disjointed. They're different sectors. They're moving in different spurts, different speeds. One sector goes up, everybody pumps and dumps. The scammers come in, all the ETH maxis, rinsed everybody, made a lot of Ethereum, and then exited. Then we have a new set of scammers in the meme coins up here. Then we have NFTs, all the scammers there. Sad. So what am I trying to look for in the next one? Well, I can tell you right now, two things. Firstly, the crowd is getting smarter. So you see this Bitcoin halvening vertical line here. This is April 2024. That's when the Bitcoin halvening is scheduled to come out. What I predict and I expect is if this trend continues, we are going to see more Altseasons. You already saw we had this little peppy one, okay? But this is where it gets difficult. The peppy one had nothing to do with any of the previous meme coins. It was completely new coins. You already know this. Every single coin is down and obliterated and butchered. No one cares about it. So maybe we are going to see 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe like there's going to be 4 Altseasons now. But you might think, wow, 4 Altseason, that's fantastic. Not so fast because they're losing intensity. And what we call an Altseason now is so much of a joke. It is a pathetic shadow of its former self. I don't even want to use the word season because it implies pumps and great things. Because when you go look at the other influencers, what are they going to do? They're going to show you one day where something's up 26%, where really its chart is like this. Like, wow, oh, Altseason, Altseason. No, it's not Altseason at all. Okay. So you'll notice the intensity is coming down and you'll notice the crowd is getting smarter. So the crowd is getting more desperate for gains because Bitcoin is slowing down. You had a DeFi season here. You had another season, Altseason up here, the Dogcoin season. You had NFT season, Layer 1, gaming, metaverse, these seasons, okay? So these seasons are coming. So what's actually more, unfortunately, scary and unfortunate is that you see all the projects here in these seasons, they're all pretty much destroyed. All the tokens are wrecked. And yes, there are some great like DeFi coins. There are great DeFi protocols. Of course, we use Uniswap and there's other like Curve and all these other ones, but their coins are absolutely trash. You could just literally copy paste that whole protocol and put another proper coin and maybe people will hopefully join it if they weren't so stuck with the liquidity vacuum that is unfortunately plaguing the industry right now where everybody is just stuck and because the biggest money got in early, so they just sit there and they have the liquidity there. But I guess time will tell. Time will tell if someone's able to compete. Okay, now how do we play it going forward? Well, let's look at one thing. Okay, so number one, we don't know. We don't know what narratives come next. And it's useless to even try. Okay, it's really useless. You can watch my videos before. I already told you, friends. There's like 1 of 12 things that can come, and each narrative can have like 20 different projects. It's like ridiculous to even guess. And by the way, how many people told you to buy Pepe? How many? Nobody. Pepe did 340,000 X. Every other coin was basically a scam. Okay. So that's something to think about. So we don't know what narrative is going to come. It's useless to try. And 2, we are guaranteed of lower returns. This is a truth. You go to every single cycle. You look at every single altcoin cycle. Lower returns are a part of the game. They are. They're getting lower and lower every time. And what we call higher returns, they're not actually higher returns. What's happening is people are just starting one successful project at like $1,000 market cap. So when it does grow, the X's look enormous. But that's not the truth, okay? The truth is, we already know the truth, friends. That's why you watch me. Thank you for liking and subscribing, pressing the belly button and all. Back in this 2015 season, you could literally buy any of the top 50 altcoins, any of them, and they'll give you 70x. I think 20% was scams, but the others literally give you 70x on average. Bitcoin itself did a 100x from here, by the way. Bitcoin, $200 to 20K. 70x on any altcoin. You're not getting 70x on any altcoin now. Do you want to know what your win rate was if you bought in the previous bear market, friends? Do you want to know what your win rate was? It was 2 out of 10. You only had Cardano and BNB. Everything else was a complete letdown. Everything else only gave you like a 7 to 10x. You barely matched Bitcoin and everything was a flop. Only Cardano and BNB were nuclear hyperons. Everything else, garbage. Of course, you had Ethereum as well. Sad truth. So even if you go to top 20, 30, 40 coins, huge letdown, huge. Nothing compared to the past. So we go back to our notes here. So we are guaranteed of lower returns. That's the truth. So what can we actually do This is why I've provided a framework for you for free. Why? Because we're friends. We are friends. Welcome, welcome. The waters are very warm here, except in our cup where it's very cold. 3 ice cubes. Okay. So I'm sticking to concentrated bets on growing network effects, sticky communities. That's what I'm doing because that's all we can do right now. But even with this concentrated bet, I'm telling you, I'm expecting now. I am 5x bigger clip size because I expect minus 80% lower than everyone else. This is how to navigate the market, friends. Okay, I'm literally 5 times bigger in clip size because I expect minus 80% lower than everybody else. Everybody else. That's the only way to play it. Okay, I've noticed when I went back to the past, all of my targets divide them by 3. All right, all of my targets divide them by 3. Just telling you right now, I had Hex $1.50 each. Maybe divided by 3. Chainlink, $200, maybe divided by 3. That's $60. Bitcoin, 200K, probably divided by 3. Maybe it's only going to do 70K. I know how governments work. I know what they're planning. And now we don't have a 100% guarantee they're going to do this, but these are odds, man. So if right now, and by the way, these odds can change in my mind, 70% chance they scam us, 30% chance of friendship. So 70% chance we actually stop at this $70,000 to $80,000 mark channel and we actually come down. Okay. 30% chance we continue up. So we will be trimming our portfolio here. You're going to be trimming something. I don't care who you are. You're taking something out. Something at that point. Because the chance of ruin out here is going to be too great. All right. And don't worry, I am armed with so much knowledge and wisdom. That's why this little peanut brain, it's going to be rolling around with the little salt crystals, friends, because I remember, you know these yellow arrows up here? You had, as soon as we got here, Bitcoin 50K, I know what the warning signs are. You had Citibank calling for 300,000. You had JP Morgan calling for 140,000. You had somebody else saying Bitcoin was going to flip gold, which is equal to 500,000. You had literally big banking institutions, all right? So we don't know what they're going to say up here with the sad face. We don't know what they're going to say. But I'd like to ask you, are you ready? Are you ready to go here and for Chainlink to be $40 and Hex to be 20 cents? 20 cents EHEX, 30 cents PHEX. Are you ready for us to get here at this point and to see the articles with any of your coins? Are you ready to act? Because 99% of people won't. I can just tell you what I'm doing and I will gladly, I'm not going to get everything out. Of course not. What if we're wrong? But I'm going to get something out because I'm not sitting through this again because I've just shown you, right? I've shown you, friends, that the crowd is getting smarter. You know, in every single crypto cycle, a new wave of people come in thinking they're smarter than everybody else. This is what I've noticed. And I've heard this from many influencers. So people come in, they see death and destruction. People come in, think they're geniuses, and then they laugh at everybody in the previous cycle. How do I know? Because I was in 2018, 19. I was listening to what people were saying about the previous cycle people. Obviously, I don't judge at all, but I was listening to the words people were saying. So I was listening to what people were saying. So a lot of people got destroyed here in the 2017 cycle, of course. And I was listening to what the 2017ers were saying about the 2013ers. I was listening to that. All right. They thought they were in a new paradigm because Ethereum has a use case. There's many others. Don't even worry about what they're saying because it will trick you. You'll think that, no, that's a different scenario. This is a new narrative. But I'm telling you the common theme. You have to listen to me. You have to listen to me as your friend. I'm telling you right now. I remember being here and I remember everyone talking about how quote unquote stupid the 2017 people were, talking about Tron and XRP and all the other coins that we look at them and say, oh, of course you weren't going to make it. But guess what? All those people are now bag holding stuff that aren't going to make it too because their targets were too high. All right. You all thought Bitcoin was 100K. You all thought Ethereum was going to go to 10K. None of them moved up there at all. And look how far down everything is. Down 95 to 99%. So who are you to judge? I'd like to say that to you. So this is what you now have to see. I've now shown you see these 3 circles? Yeah, that's the crowd. That's the crowd coming in for the casino. This is not by coincidence, friends. On the surface, you're going to think, wow, this is just happening by chance. No, it's not. This is market participants realizing that they have to front run the Bitcoin move. So, yeah, it is possible that we actually get, and I'm going to get this here to show you, yeah, it's possible we get like 1, 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 Bitcoins. Maybe we get 4 Altseasons of sorts. And it would be the premise that they are, in my mind, this is how I'm thinking about it. So you might say to me, okay, if we're going to get scammed, why would there be 4 altcoin seasons? And here's the thing. I believe we would get scammed because people will try to be front running the idea that Bitcoin hits 100K. Because they don't know Bitcoin's not going to hit 100K. They have to come in and participate. So we're going to get a cute little love heart here. So Altseason here, BlackRock ETF, right? Everybody who comes and participates and buys alts in these zones, they are front running the idea that Bitcoin will crack 100K and launch to the moon. So we, fingers crossed, we're already positioned for the altcoins. We're positioned for the network effects with the gates open. So when people come in, you can't do a critical mistake. I'm going to end it with you on the Cardano chart. And I'm going to show you why Cardano is actually the truth. Okay? You're going to be very surprised, friends, when I show you this Cardano chart. You see Cardano here? Cardano peaked in September 2021. Right. Bitcoin peaked in November 2021. Have a look at this. Bitcoin peaked down here. You see this? If you go to the very top, by the time Cardano had peaked, okay, and then went down, and then Bitcoin peaked, we were already 60% down. And now I'm going to tell you the secret sauce. The secret sauce is the average crypto participant will be bag holding their coins until Bitcoin hits $100,000. Let me repeat that again. The average crypto participant will be bag holding all their crypto until it hits $100,000 BTC. We learned, and I learned, I can show you many other charts in many other videos. Many altcoins were already done rallying before Bitcoin hit 100,000 in 2021, before it even peaked. It never hit 100,000, okay? And surprise, surprise, some magic for you, friends. I have the overlay here to show you. You can see here, you see Cardano peaking? Have a look at this. Look where Bitcoin started peaking and going down its top, okay? Look at that. By the time, so you don't know this is the top. You think everything's still going. So by the time Bitcoin comes here, right, which is still like the 50 to 60K zone, it's too late from here. You have a look at that. Have a look at this, friends. So I'm going to go exactly where, if you go to the exact date that Bitcoin had peaked, Cardano is 40%. But by the time it's starting to come down, you are down here, bang, 60%. So I will remember this chart and many others. There are so many in crypto that tell this exact same story. Why? I was holding it with him. I was only able to escape because I put him in PulseX. But then we got destroyed in that anyway. I rotated the bullet. So this is the secret. The secret is I already know how everybody's going to get trapped. I can see the trap forming from miles away. Okay. And this is hopefully going to allow us to get edge, because let's go back here. We're going to zoom in, friends. We're going to zoom in so we can see right now. Okay. We're going to be able to view how the trap can form. You see this $80,000 Bitcoin? If we come down here somewhere in 2025, and you never know, there might be that final alt season, but it won't be a final one in everybody's mind. People will be thinking that the next leg is 100,000. So they'll be saying, I better buy altcoins because Bitcoin's going to 100K. But we're going to know, wink, wink, me and you, we're going to know there's a high chance that this is actually the final the final scam trap. Okay? That's the mentality behind everybody. So in truth, and in a quick nutshell summary, you can conclude whatever people expect in Bitcoin, they reflect it in the altcoin price action. So if altcoins go ballistic, we're going to know, oh, wow, everyone's expecting a big Bitcoin move. So there's actually no reason to hold these beyond this next move. This is some high level type of play. We're going to go through this if this plays out. Remember, I'm praying every day that something comes out next year that gives me a sign that we're not going to play this path. Remember, at the end of the day, friends, these are just odds. There's a 70% chance this happens. There's still a 30% chance we go up to the moon. But how many odds do you want to give to it? We're going to see how this plays out, friends. Thank you very much. Tell mum and dad we're still going to make it. And give them a big love heart from me. Like, subscribe, press the bell button and all. Catch you in the next one.